All right, you guys. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, depending on where you are in this beautiful world. So we're just gonna go over the pairs we went over on Sunday. So today is February 1st, 2023. And we went over some pairs on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. We went over some stuff on the 29th. And I led with price action. Okay. So this is the result. I said have a buy limit. This is the buy box, right? So somewhere in here, one of these levels or somewhere up in this box, price is going to dip down and then buy up. And that's exactly what happened. Depending on if you did have a buy limit here, you would have been a little bit of drawdown, right? That's perfect. And then boom, there you go. So, I mean, come on, guys. It is what it is, right? We got our directional bias from a month, week, day, entered in, boom, took flight. Now, if you were still waiting for this for the Ichimoku, you could have easily got in on the 4 hour after price broke back above right there and would have got in there. And then there you go. Or if you were trying to do the Ichimoku setup via 1 hour time frame, let me move this over. Via 1 hour time frame, let's see where you would have got in if you didn't follow price action, if you were too scared. Let's see. Let's press the replay feature. Again, for a buy setup, we need the blue to be over red. We need the TK, so that's the TK cross. We need the cloud to be green. We need for the Chico span to be up and pointing up and away from price. So if you were getting in on that, you waited. Okay, there you go. There you go. And then, of course, I discussed if this was too big of a move to get in on this candle, because that's when it happened. Let's do that again. There you go. Your cloud was green right there. I know it's small, but that's how it looks like when it first starts out. All right. If this was too big of a push, then of course I said in the last video that you would just wait for a pullback, preferably toward the moving averages, because that's, it's a better entry. And then of course you press play, it pulled back a little bit. Let's see. This one actually does. So moving average either there, or of course, if you're stubborn, you will wait until it came back to your red moving average. Let's see, did we ever get that? Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope, never got the pullback from the red moving average perspective, but you did get a pullback on the blue moving average for a little push up. Thanks for joining us. Let's see here. So I was just saying that for our participant who just joined, if you were to do price action, remember I said on Sunday that this was our buy box. And of course, price hit our buy limit, would have been about 15 pips in drawdown. And of course, it took flight. But if you were too scared to get in on just price action and you were too scared, then you can easily drop down to the 1 hour and put your Ichimoku Cloud on and get into the trade, right? Get into that trade. Now again, this was a huge push. Did hit TP1 for AUD NZD. If you still want to get on this, I would wait for a pullback toward the moving average, the red one, because again, this was a huge push and you don't want to get in at the top. You want to get in at a discount, so to speak. All right. So that was for that pair. Let me move my app box out the way. It's in the way. Okay. And then someone had me go over G Chef and they said, hey, could I get in on the sale? And I said, absolutely, you can get in on the sale for sure. And that's exactly what happened. I put this, I was like, hey, just wait for a break of structure, wait for if you're too scared to get in on price action alone, just wait for the breaker structure and then get on in. Okay. So that's what happened. And of course, where did it hit? It hit exactly on our line right here. Okay, it hit exactly there, which is crazy. Literally on the line itself, it bounced off. So, price action is king. I put this there again, go reference the video from Sunday. I put this line here, and then where price fell and bounced off. If again, a person was too scared to get in on the sale, let's look back at price action itself. Okay, let me make this big. Make it big. There we go. Okay, now we did get a breaker structure. We got our TK cross. We got a break through the cloud. We got the Chico span himself is pointing down and away from price. However, the cloud was still green. So at that point, it would have been risky to get in because it could have easily popped back up. So if a person did actually follow the rules to a T, let's see, the cloud is boom right there. So that would have been the entry on this candle right here. So let's just go ahead and put a like little trend. Let's put a little trend line right there. Right there, so we know. Okay, and of course, your stop loss will go above the moving average, preferably above the cloud, and then you just continue that down. Again, if that push was just too big for you, you could easily wait for price to go back and touch one of your moving averages. And let's see what happens, right? Obviously, we know what happens. Boom, right there. So, like I said in the last video, if the push is too big, don't worry, don't trip potato chip. Just wait until it goes back to either your blue moving average or the red. Okay, because it's gonna push back eventually, right? Sometimes it'll continue down and then it'll probably push back and then go down. But this will have been your second entry right there. Either entry, a small entry here, right? Remember that tester entry I mentioned, tester entry there, so small lot there. And then your bigger lot size will be obviously at a really good discount of price. That would have been your entry there. And then of course, let's put another boom entry line there. And then of course we know price respected that level and just fell. Okay, let's just stop that because we know where it went. Boom. Right. And then let's get a realistic view of how long that trade actually took to hit your full TP, which would have been essentially this purple line. But if you didn't want to wait that long, I definitely understand if you're just, in it. So say if you got in there, boom, that would have been there. So there you go. You would have got your 15 pips. Then it would have knocked you back. But say if you would have got in here, right? So if we got in there and you want to target these lows, maybe put your target there, then that would have been about 34 pips. But say if you're like, you know what, screw that. I see price push down. It came back up. It touched another moving average right here. So I want to stay in or get back in, right? And then boom, you target these lows. So you just keep taking it down. You can keep getting in and getting out. That's perfectly fine. But boom, this whole entire trade, let's just say you got in there because you were like, I don't want to wait. End up being in about to the pip, about 20 pips in drawdown. But say if you would have waited, so 61 pips entirely, and that took 1 day in 10 hours. Okay, so 1 full day plus an additional 10 hours. So almost a day and a half this trade took to complete fully. All right, so that's AUD-CHF. And then of course, AUD-USD. Again, if you were to follow price action, I said it was going to dip down into our buy box. Perfectly, look at that. Right on, I made that our level purple because I'm like, hey, that's a clean monthly major month level. And of course, if you would have had your buy limit there, you would have been sucked into profit, just beautifully sucked in. But let's just say you were too scared again and you're like, you know what? I just want to wait for the Ichimoku Cloud. Well, look at that. Okay. This one, there's actually a second entry. This is real time. So let's do the replay feature and see when this happened. Say you're watching this and you're like, okay, well, we're at this level. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of scared. I just want to wait for the Ichimoku. So first of all, obviously for a buy, you need a TK cross. You need the blue to be over red. You need the cloud to be green. Chico needs to be up and above in price. Right now it's below it. So let's play. Okay, got our TK cross right there. And where you go? Okay, there you go. Boom. So this was perfect. So your trade would literally been right here off the cloud. This is a beautiful, small, tiny candle. Cloud is green. Again, that's how it looks when it first starts out. Everything is met. So your trade would have been here. We're literally initially out of the cloud, and we know exactly what happens after that. So I don't even need to put the little line on there. So let's see, you'd have been in a little bit of drawdown. So let's say would have been up like, oh yeah, I'm up. And then boom, a little bit of drawdown, about 10 pips. And then you would have been right back up 13. And then right here, this is a trade. It's off the T-consent. So if you're not in this already, get in now, press buy now. So whoever's on here, put your lot size. It hit our T-consent. We already know the directional bias. The directional bias is a buy. Remember, our directional bias is from monthly, weekly, daily. So let's just recap. Don't be scared. We're not using the Ichimoku right now anymore. Okay. Price broke back above this major month level. It broke, it retested. Okay, that was our retest candle, and now it's trying to go back up, and we're going to target, since we already passed this high, our next high target will be here. So hit buy, just hit buy and worry about the stop loss and take profit later. Okay. There we go. And then let's put the long, call this out, farming non-effects. This is a great ratio right here. Again, chop it along the way. You don't have to necessarily hold it, but once you get a push and you see a retracement, get in, get out. See a push, see a retracement, get in, get out. See a push, boom, and just take your profits along the way, right? If you're too scared to hold that. But this is beautiful. Put it down there. This is a 4-to-1 trade. So, hey, if your account size is small, then do a 0.01. It's no shame, right? No shame. Okay, that's about 50 pip, because this is our buy box anyway. So if price does come back in here, then who cares? If you can hold it, then hold it, because as long as it doesn't break this monthly level, then you're Gucci. Just hold it if it does. Really, you don't even need to stop loss for this. But that's 200 pips essentially. And what do I mean? Like, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, blase. Don't take any advice from me. It's for educational purposes, all that bullshit, right? But really, this is our buy box, okay? So if price does push down further, okay, great. That's just a better entry to take it up. It is what it is, all right? I'm going to put this out in the chat. And for gold, because I know we did go over gold, I was like, hey, just hit buy, right? It hit our limit right there. Let me take off this. It came up, it came down, it hit our limit area. Really our nice big fat, our fat, what do you call that, dear Lord? I'm having a brain freeze. Lot size would be this one right here. Okay. But I had this, there's levels to this, right? So small, okay, a good one, buy limit, it's a good one here. You would have sucked into profit there. So if you took either one of these, you literally been sucked right in to 485 points, sucked right in with that one wick. If your small lot size would have been here, but you still would have been sucked into profit. So say if you got in the buy limit here, you're like, okay, it's going down, been in a little bit of drawdown, 450, but then would have been sucked back into 478. So it would have been a 1-to-1. Say if you held it, obviously you're in drawdown right now. Hey, it is what it is. But I did say, you know, keep these small testers, but the nice one is here. All right. Again, that's coming from a higher time frame perspective. Let's look at the higher time frame. This is a weekly. Clearly, we are extremely bullish. Clearly, if price does come, I'm seeing it's in this area. That's fine. So we do have a retracement. So if we get a bigger push down, let's get this. So we have our start fib. I'm going from this swing here to this swing high here. A nice fat one, a deep retracement would be from a weekly time frame perspective. Where's my box? There it goes. So I'm seeing somewhere around there. Again, make that green. That's our weekly. If you forget, so somewhere up in there, let's align this with structure. All right, so we have this here, make it purple. You know, I like my buy limits to be purple or buy stops, like that purple. This is a clean, so you have a break, a retest, and it dropped. That's a shift candle. This is your shift right there, so that could be another one. And then, of course, your break happened here, so that could be one too, potentially. Our buy box can be bigger than what we expect, so let's just leave that. Leave that, and then make that purple. So either way, if we forget what this is, just put a text so you can be reminded. Put a text, week, time frame, buy retracement. Oh dear Lord, my hands are frozen. Let's make it small. So if you come to this level, like, what the hell is this box for? If you forget what it is, it's okay. I forget all the time. What is this box for? Yeah. So if we do get like an M pattern or something up here, then we know we're headed to this buy box. Okay. That's what this area is. All right. And this is our previous month's high level as well. And as you can see, it's lining perfectly with that structure. Okay. So if price does come and hit all the way right there, then we know what's up. We know, okay, definitely buy it here. So let's make this fat. So we know to put a bigger lot on this when it hits here. So make that fat. And then let's do this. Nope, text. And then buy limit. So just go ahead and set your buy limit, you know, monitor it, because what we don't want to happen is if you see price go toward here and then next thing you know, it's like, okay, bye. So, and it like barely comes down there. So just monitor it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a alert right there. And I'm going to definitely set an alert at the top of my box. There we go. Okay. But so far so good. But let's just say you were just, you know, too scared. No worries. Slap that Ichimoku on. And let's do this in our time. The Ichimoku rules are not met right now for a buy. So if you didn't get in the buy, just hold off. It's not meant for a buy because the moving averages are on top of each other. And I'm recording this, by the way. We don't like this. So what I'm seeing is this is a nice M, up, down, up, down. Let's go to a higher time frame and see if it's more defined. Yeah, pretty much more defined. Right now the cloud is red because obviously this fake out right here, and then it just popped back up. So let's just monitor price action. All right, if it does become a buy, wait for the buy setup. I'm letting Henry in, kind of late, but Okay, so that's what we're looking at, guys. So we went over the AUD pairs. All right. I forgot to go over, I just remember right now, someone wanted me to go over USDCAD and we never did on Sunday. So let's just do that right now. Okay. I never went over USDCAD. So let's do this. Let's take all this stuff off. Price action first. Okay. Oh, look at that. Apparently I already did this for someone. Okay, I haven't clearly I haven't been here for a couple months because this is not previous month's high anymore. This is previous month's low, and it's in our buy box. Look at that. A monthly time frame buy box. So you better hit buy. If you're a swing trader, you better hit buy. Just hit buy and we'll just worry about the other stuff later. For swing traders, because we're on the month time frame, okay? Why did I choose this level? So right here, let's just explain it. So you've been like, well, why did you choose it, right? So let's go over it because this one's pretty clean. I like this one. This one's really, really clean. Okay, top-down analysis, USDCAD, starting with the monthly time frame. So clearly we have this support level, had a fake out, then price back, pop back up. So February from 2018, it came back down to this level, broke out, and then popped right back up. And then we had all this price action move upward, okay? Then we have this little level right here. Price kept wicking, that's 2021, 2022. And then it finally broke to that level, finally broke, all right? Then we had another major push, a big ass push right there, okay? Big ass push. Now, what can essentially happen is price came down, retested this level, okay? You're mute your line, I can hear myself echo. And then it bounced off, wicked both ways. And now it's back down here. And I said, hey, if it does come back down here, and if it stops, previous month's low is there, then that could be a good buy area. All right, and that's exactly what happened. Boom, it bought up, okay? This is a brand new month. So let me delete previous month's high is now here. Okay, so now we're seeing a downtrend, but price is there. So let's go here. Let's delete this, whatever that is, I don't know. Okay, so we are in a downtrend, but we're sitting in this level right here. All right, we're sitting in this level now. Price did go up and then shot down, so we may look for a sell on the lower time frame, but I'm gonna still keep this level here. I'm gonna make it neutral. All right, make it a neutral. If this previous month's low holds, then I would definitely say we're going back up. Okay, let's go down. Okay, clearly downtrend. Now this level looks like it's trying to hold. Keyword try. I don't see any breaks of structure to the upside. Because it's been in a downtrend for so long, and we're talking several weeks, because it's been in a downtrend since this is the last high, this is our low, it's been in a downtrend for 44 days. We have to assume a sell. So take off that buy and just assume the sell. So I'll change my mind on that buy. We have to assume a sell with looking at pure price action until we get a break of structure, and we haven't gotten that. So the break of structure is here. All right. Now I do see some people on. I just don't want to keep talking. Am I losing anyone in the sauce? Do we have any questions thus far as why I'm assuming the sell for USDCAD? You can unmute. Does it make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Look at the chat. You can type in the chat. Okay. All right, so okay, I do like that W. That's a nice W. There you go. So we have to assume the cell, okay? This is a nice W, but who knows? Until something's broken. Let me look at the MACD. Yeah, MACD is even still bearish on the 4-hour too, so nah. All right, where's my line? I hate when it deletes the line like that. Like what? Horrible. Let's move this out the way. Give me my line. I always put these on here like every damn day and it deletes it. Make it a 0. I'm going to lock it up so it won't move. There you go. And then I'm going to put an alarm. So when price does cross back above, we'll be notified. All right. So if this does buy, so if you look for a buy, for me with price action, not the Ichimoku just yet, my bar has to cross back above, okay, to switch environments. And then I would need a clean breaker structure with a retest, okay? Now, and that would have to all be done for me, again, on the 4-hour time frame. All right, let's turn on the Ichimoku. So right now, again, Ichimoku is red, so no buys are here just yet. No buys are here just yet for us. So this is the beauty of the Ichimoku. Let me get rid of that MACD. So if a person, let's press replay and talk about it. Person's like, oh man, it broke the cloud. It broke the cloud. Chico spawn is above. TK twist is trying to happen, but the cloud is still red. And guess what? Red is still technically over blue. Let's make it fat. Let's make it huge. Blue hasn't crossed over red just yet. But a person like, but it broke the cloud. And then would have hit buy up there, you would have been at a loss because you didn't have patience and wait. All you do is got to wait. Just be patient and wait for all confirmations to be met. Okay. So what do we need for a buy? If this were to buy, let's write it out. I like writing stuff out to make it clear as day. Do we remember from Sunday? You can unmute if you want to. We need a bullish TK cross. What does that look like? That looks like blue. Blue over red. Okay, that's what that looks like. Blue needs to be over red, and they can't be on top of each other like this. That's not the move. Okay. Price needs to break what? The cloud. Break cloud to the upside. It's gonna be someone on there. What if it breaks down? Is that a buy? No. It needs to break to the upside. We're talking about a buy, okay? 3. Okay. Cloud needs to be green. Needs to be what? Green. 4. Break of structure. 5. Chico himself. Chico spawn. Needs to be up and away because we don't want it consolidating. That's why I keep it on there. Other people on YouTube, they take Chico span off. We don't want it off. We want it on there. So keep Chico span on. Keep Chico himself on your chart. Okay, which is this green moving average right there. All right. Now, let's talk about it because obviously from the higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, we are in a sell setup. So if price were to sell, what do we need? A breaker structure. That's what we need. We need to break a structure. Where's structure? Well, price is sitting on it. This is from a daily. We're already in a bearish market. Okay, we're already in a bearish market. Now for me, if I'm looking at this from a 4-hour perspective, if I were to assume the sell, which you safely can. There's nothing wrong with assuming the sell. I don't like the fact that one, look at that. Chico Spawn is crashing into price, so there's no trade for me right now. And the Tikinson and the Kijun are mashed together. They're getting jiggy with it. We don't want them mashed together right now, okay? We want them apart. So your sell setup, according to the Ichimoku rules, is that short? Yeah, that's short. Will be here. And then targeting the lows. Targeting the daily lows, which are down here somewhere. Boom. A little bit below it, which meets up with that. Okay. That's if we get a continued sell. All right. Now, that's from a 4-hour perspective. I'm just meeting up with moving averages because remember, we want to bounce off those moving averages for a sell. What happens if we get a deeper retracement than that? Because again, on the month, the week, the month is a sell. The week is still a buy, so that's confusing and conflicting information. But the month and the day are both sells. So if we so happen to get a deeper retracement than that, if you're looking from a daily because you really want to be a legit swing trader, you could do this. Okay. Target the lows. So your sell will be up here off this moving average. This sell already happened. Usually, more often than not always, but more often than not, when price touches one of the moving averages, okay, and shoots down or shoot up, there's going to be a second retracement toward the highest one, okay? And then you're going to pop back down. So just monitor price action, all right? Just monitor price action. Again, you have to assume the sell because the monthly is telling you. The monthly beats out the weekly, straight up, all day, every day, okay? So until we get some type of bullish momentum, we have to assume the sell for now, all right? I hope that makes sense. Right now, you should be looking for a sell setup, not a buy setup, because again, price has been bearish for how many days? We counted 44 days. It's been bearish. Wait for a buy confirmation from a 4-hour perspective. If you want to do 1 hour, that's fine. You definitely can do 1 hour. There's nothing wrong with doing 1 hour. Let's look at a 1 hour. Let's look at this buy setup right here. If you want to do a 1 hour, you don't have to be a swing trader. I don't want to force you to do that. If you're just looking to get in and get out, that's fine. So from a buy perspective, I can delete this because I can always add it back. From a buy perspective, okay, price is already in a bullish momentum. It's above the zero. We have a bullish crossover. All right, the next step is a break of structure. Okay, cloud needs to be green. Where's our structure? Our structure's here. Swing high. Okay. Cloud needs to be green. Chico Spawn needs to be up and away. Right now, it's pointing up. It's not necessarily away from price. So let's see when this buy actually happened for us. There. Okay. Actually, right there. So let's go back one more. Okay. Now, again, I know it's funny. I know it looks weird, but this is how a cloud starts off. So this tiny little green speck, we got all of our confirmations met. This is why it pays to really pay for TradingView. I don't even have an association or affiliation with TradingView. I should, but you have that replay feature so you can really know what it actually looks like in real time. So for a buy setup, everything is met. We have the TK cross bullish, blue over red. Chico Spawn is up and away from price for sure, for sure. We have a clean breaker structure, okay? Price is up and broken above cloud and is closed. We don't want to get in when it's still moving up and down. It needs to be closed. And the cloud turned green. This would have been your entry right there. There's nothing wrong with that entry, okay? So let's just mark it up. Okay, boom, mark it up. And then we already know what happens, okay? Ooh, Jesus, that was beautiful. Look at that. Great. And of course, to target a TP, you just look left. Your TP, just look left. So if you were going long on this, that would have been your entry. Look left. What's up here? Right there. These highs. And you just go a little bit past it. So that would have been your trade to this candle. Look left, target those highs, go a little bit past it. And it did. It hit a little bit past it. Okay. How long would this trade take? You're like, okay, that sounds great, but how long realistically did that take? Well, you got in here. You waited. You waited. Let's go over to there. It would have took 10 hours for this trade to fully execute. It would have taken 10 full hours. 10 full hours for that trade to execute. Bomb trade right there. Boom, that's your trade. Get out and wait. Right, if you're not comfortable. Been 46 pips you would have made. All right. So yeah, just really invest in yourself, guys. Use the Ichimoku for all its beauty. Again, if you want to take a buy on this, just wait for the Ichimoku Cloud. It'll get you in. It'll be the breaker structure you need. So if we're waiting for this for a buy, that's fine. Just wait for the confirmations. And then your target high would be here. These will be the next target highs. So for a buy, what do you need? You need blue over red, cloud needs to be green, BOS, breaker structure, Chico span up and away from price. Okay, and then take it. All right. All right, guys, that's it for me. I am going to upload this and I'm going to label it part 2, recap along with USDCAD, because obviously we're in real time right now. So yeah, yes, sir. Did we put before we go? Okay, so we're bullish. So we'd actually have a trade. So don't forget the AUD USD trade for the buy. All right. Bye, guys.